in the Bhagavad Katha, there is this great king whose name is Parikshit. The arrival or the birth of Raja Parikshit is one that bears many great philosophies. While Raja Parikshit was in the womb of his mother, whose name was Uttara, a divine arrow was shot. And this arrow was shot by one of the great beings whose name is mentioned in scripture. And this arrow was shot with the intention of destroying all unborn children trapped in the womb of their mother, with the hope of destroying this child Parikshit even before he was born. As the arrow was shot, the divine saints and sages and noble beings knew that if Raja Parikshit were to die, after praying for this being to be manifested, if he were to die before birth, then the end will come. Raja Parikshit, being born, he will be the upholder of truth, Satya. He'll be the upholder of Dharma. He'll be the upholder of Satyam, Sauch, Daya, Dan. He'll be the upholder of all noble virtues. They prayed to Bhagavan Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, this arrow has already been shot, and so all children will be destroyed. And Bhagavan Vishnu, what will he do? Bhagavan Vishnu took his roop, took his form, and he entered into the womb of Uttara, forming a coil around this unborn baby inside of there, preventing this astra, this arrow, from entering into the womb of Uttara. And though the weapon was geared at destruction, no destruction could come to that child, Parikshit. It was told that Parikshit, the day that he will die, then that day, the age of Kali Yuga will begin. The day that Parikshit, the upholder of all these good morals and values and virtues, will die, then at that time, the dark age of Kali Yuga will come. Kali Yuga tried to enter into the kingdom of Raja Parikshit while he was alive. And meeting with Raja Parikshit, Kali Yuga says, "Oh Parikshit, I am coming because I think your end is near." And Raja Parikshit says, "I don't think my end is near. I think that I have a long time to live. I think that I will be here for a long, long time." None of us know. There is only one thing that is guaranteed, and it is not life, but it is death. We try and we do our best to prolong our lives, but we could only live as long as God will permit us to. While we know that death is inevitable, and we know that death will come, we must make some level of preparation for death. We must prepare our minds and prepare our souls and prepare our hearts for when death will come knocking at our door. Tonight, we would listen to some of what the Garud Puran has to say. But do you know that even by me sitting here and reading to you and you not practicing what I would have said, or I not practicing what I would have said, something will happen to me too, the Garud Puran says. Tonight I will tell you, because I was shocked when I saw what could happen to me. And then it made me wonder, should I really be sitting here? Knowing that this will be the outcome of me preaching, and I'm not following and nobody else is following. And all of the messages of the scriptures falling on deaf ears. And what will happen? I'll tell you. Raja Parikshit looked and greeted by Kali Yuga. Raja Parikshit says, "Kali Yuga, I'm not going to die. But since you're already here, I will find a place where I will put you to dwell, where I'll put you to live." And Kali Yuga was eager. He was anxious. "Tell me, where should I go?" And Raja Parikshit says, "Kali Yuga, go and live in gold. Go and live in gold. Wherever you find jewelry, wherever you find money, you're sure to find trouble. Wherever you find jewelry, you're sure to have fight and riot and rivalry. For gold especially, because Kali Yuga himself lives in gold." I was told by members of the group that when you're coming to the park, don't put on anything. Don't wear any gold. And I said to them the very same thing. But then I thought to myself, better I wear it and know how they thief it than I leave it home and they thief it and I didn't know where it went. Tonight, Raja Parikshit, he has placed Kali Yuga to live in gold. But placing Kali Yuga to live in gold, we all know what the Katha says about Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit grew to become a well-loved being. He grew to become a person whom everybody loved. He grew to become a person that everybody adored and they admired. But Raja Parikshit, after living his life as a king, he made his way out in the forest for recreation. Have you ever heard too much of nothing is good for you? Have you ever heard? Life is about balance and knowing how to balance everything. Too little sleep will kill you. Too much sleep will kill you. Too much food will kill you. Too little food will kill you. Last night I said, when they were testing the cholesterol, they looked at me and they said, Baba, we don't know how to tell you. And I said to them, tell me. They say, well, your blood says that you are malnourished. And I looked at them, I said, me, malnourished? I can't fit in my clothes and you're telling me I'm malnourished? She said, yes, there is a deficiency. Not all that glitters is gold. Though we may look good on the outside, are we really good on the inside? Though we may not be feeling sick, it doesn't mean that we are not sick. And so it is important for us. The only person who could look after us is our own selves. Don't expect anybody to look after you and your welfare. Raja Parikshit goes out in the forest for recreation. And going there with his bow and his arrow, out in the forest, he has made his way. But the place is so hot and it's so heated that the great king becomes thirsty. In a distance, he begins to hear a voice chanting the verses dedicated to Bhagavan, to God. And Raja Parikshit thinks that wherever there is bhajan, there is sure to be bhojan. There is sure to be something to drink and something to eat. And thinking like this, Raja Parikshit followed this place where he was hearing this sound. It was this great Maharishi, Samik Rishi, sitting there. And as Samik Rishi was in meditation, performing his dhyan, what will happen? Raja Parikshit tried to talk to him. But while trying to talk to him, he was so engrossed in his worship that he paid no heed to the king. The king turned and out of anger, he started to walk away. And walking away, the king saw a dead serpent on the ground. He took this dead serpent and he wrapped it around the neck of the Maharishi. And wrapping it there, what will happen? Everybody started to laugh at the Maharishi. It is so easy for us to laugh at others. It is so easy for us to pinpoint everybody else's fault. But have we forgotten that we are not perfect? There are many of us who live our whole lives trying to make somebody look bad so that we would look good. The only time you will make somebody look bad so that you would look good is when you have identified that that person is better than you. The only time you will try to make somebody look bad so that you would look good is when you have identified that that person is above you and above your standard. Tonight, never try to be like anybody else. Be you. Be the best you that you could be. Be the best you that you could try to be. It is okay to try and fail, but it is not okay to fail in trying. Placing the dead serpent around the neck of the Maharishi, the son of the Maharishi comes, and coming there, seeing everybody laughing at him as his father, he says, today I put a curse, I put a sharp on the person who has wrapped the snake around the neck of my father. That person has 7 days to live. Have we given thought that we only have 7 days to live? In any given month, in any given year, we could die on a Sunday, a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, or a Saturday. Our name is written on those days. Our name is written. This evening, Rasika is sitting on the stage. She sang that song that says, why live in ego? One day we'll all have to go to the banks of the Karani. Well, we will have to go Mosquito Creek. But if philosophy remains the same, wake up. Wake up from the sleep and the slumber that you're in, thinking that you would live forever. Everything is for some time. Even your existence is for some time. This evening you got dressed in your beautiful clothes, but you can't wait to reach home to get out of it, because it makes you happy for some time. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says to Arjun, so too when the soul exits the body, O Arjun, it is as though the soul is changing old clothing and getting prepared to enter into new ones. So why stand up and cry and lament and weep when we know that life is made of birth and death, and it is a continuous cycle? Maya, the illusion of the world, makes us hold on. We love, we hold on. We hold on to the things that we are not supposed to. We hold on to the beings that we are not supposed to. And then we hurt ourselves in the end. The only person that ends up hurt is us. We hurt ourselves by ourselves. Raja Parikshit, who has 7 days to live, Raja Parikshit has chosen what he will do in his 7 days. Like tonight, you have chosen that you want to come and listen to the glories of Bhagwan. There are many things that you could have done tonight, but you chose to listen to that which will elevate not your body, but your soul, your supreme consciousness. And tonight, Raja Parikshit sits at the banks of the river, and Sukhdev Muni, who is a child, who is a youth, begins to narrate the Katha to Raja Parikshit. There are many of you here, I could be your child. There are many of you here, I could be your son. There are many of you, I could be your little brother. So too, Sukhdev Muni is just a youth. He's just a child. But Sukhdev Muni begins to tell the beautiful Leelas to Bhagwan. Tonight, our Katha is not only from the Bhagavad Puran, but our Katha is linked to the Ramayana. Ramayana, Bhagavad, and Garud Puran. Those are the 3 texts that we're about to listen to tonight. Bhagwan Vishnu is seated in the Chira Sagar, the Milky Ocean. And so Bhagwan Vishnu, he lives in this place called the Milky Ocean. Living and dwelling there, Bhagwan Vishnu, he lies on the serpent whose name is Seshnag. And lying on the snake or the serpent whose name is Seshnag, Bhagwan Vishnu enjoys the company of the seat upon which he sits, the snake. Anybody here afraid of snakes? Oh, thank God it's not me alone. I'm going to tell you this, and this is just FYI. Just for little information. Long ago, the snakes were in the grass and crawling and in the tree and under the brick, and now the snake hug you up and kiss you and say, "Kuchi, kuchi, ku." They eat with you and drink with you and tell you you're the best. And the minute you turn your back or you can't fulfill their desires, they sting you with the hope of killing and destroying you. And that's just for information. Bhagwan Vishnu, enjoying the company of Seshnag, Bhagwan Vishnu has echoed some words. And his words spread like wildfire through the entire heavens. No news spread like bad news. Have you ever heard that? The good news takes a long time to trickle down. But the bad news has a way of getting to places it's not even supposed to go. And when it reaches, it's not bad, it's worse than bad. Is there a word? Worse than bad? It's the baddest thing. They change it up and twist it up and dress it up and powder it up and lipstick it up and twist it up. And Bhagwan Vishnu has made this announcement. And in the heavens, all devatas, they become very concerned at the words of Bhagwan Vishnu. Lord Vishnu says the time has come. And in Bhagavad Gita, those words are printed very beautifully. What are those words? Yada yada hi dharmasya granir-bhavati bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam smrajamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashayashta duskritam dharma sanstarpanataya sambhavani yuge yuge. The time had come when the earth was filled with chaos and trouble and distress. And Bhagwan Vishnu had made the announcement that I'm leaving the heavens and I'm going down on the earth. The devatas became concerned. The devatas, some of them they were happy and some of them they were sad. Have you given thought that when somebody dies, not everybody who goes to that funeral really goes because they're genuinely sorry that the person died? Have you ever given thought to that? Some people go because they knew you. Some people went because they're real sorry you're dead. Some people went because they know your children and they know your brothers and your sisters and your friends. Some of them went because they're your neighbors and acquaintances. And some of them went to make sure you're dead because they're so happy. They couldn't wait for you to dead. And that's a fact. It is a reality. The Garud Puran is about reality. Because when we listen to the words of the Garud Puran, you're afraid to dead. You're afraid to die. Because the book is structured in such a way that everything, just by even looking at the wrong thing, is a sin, a path. And the repercussions of that? Hari Hari Govinda. Bhagwan Shankar becomes very concerned. He leaves Mount Kailash and he goes to Vishnu Lok. And he says, Lord Vishnu, how could you make a decision like this without telling me personally? You cannot go down on the earth and leave me here. And so I'm coming. I want to come too. Bhagwan Vishnu says, well, there is a place prepared for me. And so I'm going to that place. I'm going to become the son of a king and a queen. I'm going to be born in a place called Ayodhya. I'm going to be this son, this Raja's son, this king's son. And so I'm going to live there. And not every day will be a good day in my life. I'm going there to show mankind that even me, an avatar of God, will suffer. And showing them that through every bad situation, something good will come. But patience is a virtue. Patience will be a virtue. And indirectly, by me going, this will be my message. This will be my teaching. And Lord Shiva, hearing the words of Bhagwan Vishnu, he says, no, I don't care about anything you have to say, O Bhagwan Vishnu. I have to go too. I want to go too. I demand that I must go too. Please, I'm begging you, can I go too? And Bhagwan Vishnu says, well then, I don't know. Maybe you'll be born as a monkey and maybe you would live in the forest. Is that okay with you? And Lord Shiva says, I don't care. Once I'm at service to your feet, then I don't care what I look like. And I don't care where I live. Tonight I want to tell you, you see the people who live in this small house and the people we look down at, they're the happiest people you'll ever find. You see the people who leap by the ground and they rock in their hammock every Sunday morning and listen to Rasika, they're the happiest people. Lunchtime, they put her on and they put a little high upbeat something and they shake a little bit and they dance. And in the evening time, they put on the bhajan and they listen again and they pray and they go to sleep. They eat little and they live long. They're happy. They have mastered the art of what scripture has taught. Santosham paramam sukham. Learning how to have little, but learning how to be contented. Because even the little that you have, somebody else don't even have that. Tonight, Lord Hanuman, he manifests on the earth. Bhagwan Vishnu comes as Ram, and Lord Shiva comes as Lord Hanuman. And coming, as the decision has been made that Lord Shiva will come as Lord Hanuman, and Lord Vishnu will come as Ram. Hearing all that is taking place, there is a being who has become totally upset. Because this being feels as though he has been ignored. We take it for granted that the people around us, they already understand how we feel about them. We take it for granted that the people closest to us will understand us. And do you know those are the people who are more confused than confused? We take it for granted that there are people, if we don't give them what we give to others, then they will still be contented and they will still love us anyway. And you know they're more vexed than a stranger will be. Bhagwan Vishnu already speaking to Lord Shiva and already trying to appease all devatas and making everybody comfortable. There is a being who is upset with Lord Vishnu. Have you ever encountered that somebody is vexed with you and you didn't know until somebody else tell you? Because that person appears to be so normal. That person appears to be normal and like your friend, and you would never know that that person is upset until they voice to somebody else and somebody comes to you and say, you think that is your friend, eh? But you don't really know. If you only know. Sitting there, the serpent upon which Bhagwan Vishnu resides says, oh Lord Vishnu, is it that you're going down on the earth? And is it that you're going into the kingdom of Raja Dasrath and you're going to be the son of Kausilya? Is it that Lord Shiva will come as Lord Hanuman? And Mahalakshmi will go as Sita, and she will be born in Janakpur and as the daughter of Raja Janak. And Bhagavan Vishnu says, yes. Then, oh Bhagavan Vishnu, have you given thought? What will be my predicament without you? I'm the serpent upon which you rest. And then what will be my portfolio if you are not here in the heavens? Then what am I supposed to do in your absence? I seat you, I accommodate you, I entertain you, O Bhagavan Vishnu. And have you not given thought to me? Have you not given thought to what you are going to do to me? I'm your serpent. I'm your Vahan. I'm your Asan. I'm your everything, and I tried to be your everything. Then what will happen to me? And Bhagavan Vishnu, now thinking quickly, he has to form a decision as to what will happen to Seshnag, the snake. What he says? He looks at Seshnag, and looking at Seshnag, Bhagavan Vishnu utters some words. What does he say? He says, I will come in that kingdom as a son of Kausalya, but you will come in that kingdom as a son of Sumitra. My name will be sung as Ram, and your name will be sung as Lakshmana. And just as you have kept my company here in the Kshirosagar, the Milky Ocean, then you will keep my company and you will be with me through my good and through my bad times when I take my manifestation on the earth. Have you ever wondered why Lakshmana accompanied Ram into the forest? Have you ever wondered why Lakshmana will give up everything to stand to protect Ram? Lakshman, who is Seshnag, the serpent upon which Bhagavan Vishnu rests, keeps the company of Ram. And everything that Ram is doing, Lakshmana is doing as well. Ram is awake, Lakshman is awake. Ram is asleep, Lakshmana is still awake. Because Lakshmana, he wants to make sure that Ram is comfortable. So he goes the extra mile to make sure that his brother is comfortable, is happy. Some of us, we go the extra mile to make sure that our brothers and our sisters, they are unhappy. We go the extra mile to make sure that we deprive them the blessing that they could get. Mother and father leave one parcel of land and say divide it in two. You only have one brother. And you say over my dead body. And you're right, because when you're dead, somebody who you didn't even want to get it will get it. Somebody who don't even deserve it will get it. And your own you deprive. Your own you suffer, while others, strangers, will enjoy. I say charity begins at home. Giving begins at home. Prayers begin at home. The family that prays will stay. Look at the altar. Look at the altar. You see those three boys sitting there? Those three boys are brothers. And anytime there is prayers, you will find three of them sitting together. Whether what kind of prayers it is. I'm shocked that their father is not sitting there tonight. But the family that prays together will stay together. And know what children will learn by the example we set. Look at them, they're sitting with their wives to listen to the puja. Whether how vexed and whether how you don't like your sister-in-law, pray with her. God will help you to iron out that grudge that you have in your mind. Though she wants to look like you and smell like you and where were you wearing, and when you buy for you, buy for she too. Give her too. It is in giving you will get. It is in wishing good for others that good will come to you. And I'm telling you that from my heart. Lakshmana, the day when Ram stood in front of Shabari, and Shabari felt that Kanda Mula Pal, she gave that fruit to Ram. Ram ate it. But the fruit that she gave to Lakshmana, Lakshmana threw it behind his back. Do you know in the Ramayana it says that when Lakshmana got shot, and that arrow crippled Lakshmana, and Lakshmana was lying almost lifeless on the ground. Do you know the Ramayana says it is the fruit that Lakshman threw away that grew into a tree. And that tree was a tree that was responsible for bringing back the life into Lakshman. We throw away, we give away, and we think that what we have is not good. The couch, no good. And you say, my couch old, and you give that couch to somebody, and that couch is brand new to a person. Your rubbish is somebody else's prize. You know? Your garbage is somebody else's most valuable thing. Tonight, the Ramayana says that Seshnag the serpent came as the brother of Ram, Lakshmana. To end this, so that we will understand, later down in the Ramayana, almost close to Lanka Khan, the bridge is being built. All of the Vanars, they are busy carrying all of the mountains and shrubs and rocks. And what happens? The news echoes. Drop whatever you are holding. Drop whatever you are holding. The bridge is done. Tonight, that message that would have been sent is a message that has so much value that we could talk whole night about it. Tonight, I want to tell you, you see the baggage that you are holding? Today is a good day to drop it. You see that element of hate that you have in you? Today is a good day to get rid of it. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Today, I want you to remind yourself that what anybody does, they will pay for it. And what you do, you will pay for it. And tonight, I want to tell you that you see this charter, this shawl that God gave you? Wash it. Wash it by thinking good thoughts. Wash it by behaving not like others. Wash it by taking the high road and not being like the others, and not behaving like the others. News echoes, drop what you are holding. And as they begin to drop, Hanumanji is holding the mountain. And the mountain says, what does the mountain say? Hanuman puts down the mountain and the mountain started to talk. Tonight, what if Palmiste Park started to talk? What will you do? Well, I don't know about you. I'll be the first man running. The mountain spoke and says, oh Hanuman, oh Dut, oh servant of Ram, I've been promised, I've been trapped here in this mountain, and I've been promised that one day Ram, Bhagwan Vishnu will come, and so he will liberate me from being trapped in this mountain. Take me, please, take me. And Hanuman says, well, I cannot take you because I've been given the instruction to drop what I'm holding, and so I cannot take you. Then go and ask Ram, what will be my fate? Go and ask him, what will happen to me? Tonight ask God. It's okay to ask God. God, what will happen to me? Not while I'm alive, but when I die, what will happen to me? Ask God. God, will I suffer before I die? There are many of us who say, I want a dead walking and talking and healthy. But you didn't say, God, help me not to be miserable and make those around me miserable. Because there are many of us walking and talking and healthy, and our job is to make everybody's life miserable. We are more wicked than the wicked. And I'm saying we, me too. We could get up and help ourselves, but we want everybody to be our slave and our servant. When you're praying, say, God, help me not to be wicked and miserable and senile. Ask God. Because some of us, we behave senile too. Conveniently, we're on the radio, so I have to behave. It tells us now, Hanuman goes back and says, Ram says, and he's dropping the message of Ram, I will not liberate you in this lifetime, but when I come in my next life as Krishna, then I will not touch you with my foot, but I will lift you up for 7 days and 7 nights. Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Now that the instruction has been given to a mountain who is waiting, Ram walks into the river Sarju, and Ram gives up his existence as Ram. Lakshmana goes into the same river and gives up his existence as Lakshmana. Now, news echoes to the heaven that Bhagwan Vishnu is coming again. And now he is coming as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. The serpent Seshnaग becomes furious again. Then who will I be? Then what will I be? And so Bhagwan Vishnu promises Seshnaग at that time, whenever I go, you will come too. Who is Seshnaग when Bhagwan Vishnu takes the form as Krishna? Anybody knows? Anybody knows? Listen, now the Bhagavad Katha tells us, Bhagwan Krishna, he comes as Vishnu in the dream of Devaki and Vasudeva. What is he saying? Bhagwan Vishnu comes in the dream of Devaki and Vasudeva, and he promises them that I will come as your son. Devaki and Vasudeva, they become happy. But Seshnaग, he becomes upset again. Where will I go? I'll be born in a prison cell, and if I go there, then Kams will kill me. He will destroy me, because Kams, his nature is to kill, and so he will destroy me from the time I appear in that prison cell. Then Bhagwan Vishnu, what will be my fate? You promised me that I will come. Then how will I exist when you come in the form of Krishna? You have promised me, O Bhagwan Vishnu, that I will appear before you appear, and so I'll be there to wait and to welcome you. Then how will this be possible? Bhagavan Vishnu says, wait, I'll tell you, be patient. There is always a plan. Tonight I want to tell you that sometimes you have to be patient and we have to wait. And God has a way of ironing out the problem. God has a unique way of sending somebody. If God can't come, He will send somebody. And tonight I want to tell you that. Based on everything that happened in our Ganesh Utsav, and I believe that if God can't come, God will send somebody. And that person might even think that he is considered to be like God. That person may not even think, because his nature is to give. His nature is to do. His nature is to help. And he will just be himself. But he will not know the impact that he has created just by doing what he does. And tonight, Bhagavan Vishnu says, be patient. Let me tell you. I will tell you. And so Bhagavan Vishnu says, I will go, and I go with the hope of destroying this Mahapapi. This great sinner comes. But before I am born, you will enter into the womb of Devaki. Seshnag says, not me. Please, I do not want to go in the womb of Devaki. I am begging you. Do not allow me to go into that womb. I will be killed. I'll be destroyed. And I will not be able to save myself. And so, Bhagavan Vishnu, there is only 2 more children to be born. And if I were to go, then Devaki will not bring me back into the world. I will not be born again. And so there are only 2 more children to be born in the womb of Devaki. Please, I'm begging you, not Devaki. Not Devaki, I'm begging you. And Bhagavan Vishnu says, yes. Go in the womb of Devaki. And it will appear as though Devaki has a miscarriage. I will take you out of the womb of Devaki, and I will place you into the womb of Rohini. You will be born as Balram. And being born as Balram, we will spend our entire life together. We will go into the Gurukul together. We will enjoy each other's company. And I will be Krishna and you will be Balram. O Seshnag, this is my promise to you. And Seshnag says, Bhagwan, is this true? Will you really do me this favor? Or will you allow me to die at the hands of Kams? And Bhagwan Vishnu says, Mera vachan satya hai, satya hai, satya hai. My words are always truthful, truthful, truthful. There are some people, they live their whole life like a lie. There are some people, every word that comes out of their mouth is a lie. You do not know when to believe them from when not to believe them. Sometimes they're talking the truth and they're so lying that you think that they're lying. They're so fake and false that you don't even know that they're real. And so, just as Bhagavan Vishnu had promised, the fetus was removed from in the womb of Devaki and placed in the womb of Rohini. And so Seshnag has manifested as Balram. Vrindavan Bihadilale ki jai. Now that this has happened and Seshnag has come in the 2 manifestations of Bhagavan Vishnu, one as Lakshmana and the other as Balram. Tonight it talks to us. The Garud Puran talks to us about the law of reincarnation, about the cycle of birth and death, about the cycle of death not being the end, but death being a new beginning. There are many of us who think that we could do all the mischief, and when we're dead, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It mightn't be Om Shanti. It might be real hell. It might be real torment and real problems. Have we given thought that some of us, we know that our Pitras, they have died and left us? But there's some of us, we are alive and more dead than the dead. Because we would never learn how to live. We would never learn how to enjoy life. We would never learn how to relax. We'd never learn how to breathe. Everything is trouble and confusion and fight and chaos. Instead of walking away, we walk into. You see the storm, you know. You see the fire. But instead of walking away from it and just feeling a little heat, you want to walk inside and sit down. Not me. Anytime the heat gets too hot, I'm the first man out. I'm running. I'm not waiting. Tonight, the Garud Puran is about to teach us. It says that when the soul exits the body, the soul is taken to a place that is called Narak. And Narak means hell. This place is called Put. And only a Putra could take you out of Put. The place is called Put. And only a Putra could take you out of Put. And that is why the sons, they are called the putras. And your putras are the ones who perform the rituals and the rites that will help you to be freed from this place that is called Put. That is why the sons are the ones given the authority to perform the rituals and the rites when you die. Question arises right away. If there is no son, then what will happen? The Garud Puran gives a great breakdown of what happens. If there is no son, there is a nephew. If there is no nephew, there is a brother. If there is no brother, there is a cousin. If there is no cousin, there is a friend. If there is no friend, there is a neighbor. If there is no neighbor, well then you're supposed to share such a bond with your Pundit that he stands and performs your ritual and your rite for you. And if there is no Pundit, well then anybody else, daughters or anybody else, they're given the privilege of performing the ritual. And the Garud Puran tells us this. Tonight, we're going to talk about some of the sins that we commit, and we're going to talk about what are the torments that comes out of these sins. I really don't want to read this, but we promised Garud Puran, so I have to read from the Garud Puran, right? So these are not my words, and I'm not going to apologize if this offends you in any way, because it means that you need to wake up from the sleep that you're in and start living a good life. The Garud Puran talks about people who take things that doesn't belong to them. People who don't like to share, and people who, in inverted commas, they rob or they thief. The Garud Puran says that a torment for a person who has stolen or taken any amount of something that does not belong to them, then this person suffers. What they have stolen is converted into cents, the value of the worth, and this person suffers for that amount of time. Narayan, Narayan. The Garud Puran says, a wife or a husband who doesn't treat each other as they should, who doesn't share whatever they have equally, who ill speaks and causes hurt and pain and suffering, and treats his wife or her husband like a, then this person in many births suffer the torment of being treated just the way that they treated others. The Garud Puran says. The Garud Puran says that a person who seizes property and deprives people of property, they're born in their next life as an earthworm and a serpent, and so they're killed time and time again, and they have to be reborn as this over and over and over again. The Garud Puran says there is a punishment for killing snakes. There is a punishment for killing snakes. What is this punishment? I'm not going to tell. Baju man hari haro, sumiro man narayana. Baju man hari haro, sumiro man narayana. Oh, baju man hari haro, sumiro man narayana. Baju man hari haro, sumiro man narayana. People who kill animals for pleasure or for food, they're kept in pots of boiling oil, and so they're kept there for a number of years, matching the amount of animals that they would have killed. A person who is considered to be a butcher, in his next life he is born with a hump on his back. Having a hump on his back shows or indicates that in his previous birth he was a butcher, and he tormented and he killed animals for a living. A person who does not treat the elders with respect, this person, he is baited with hot coals, and this person is tormented again and again. A person who commits sin against her husband, dead or alive, shall never get a husband in her rebirth, and the same with her husband. A person who does not keep a cow at home and treats that cow with love and doesn't learn the art of milking that cow and sharing from that cow, that person who even causes death to that cow, he is reborn as a fool in his next life. A person who steals flowers and plants, this person is born as a peacock and a beggar. And so we must remember, you know, we like to go and break people plant and say when your teeth fit, it grow good. Now you know. The Garud Puran says that you're reborn as a peacock and you're reborn poor. We should not thief, we should not steal. And the Garud Puran talks about that again and again. In a house where there is no cow, or in a house where there is no tulsi, in a courtyard where only celebrations and the eating of tamasic food is indulging, and life becomes a party more than a prayer, not keeping the association of those who are good, then this person will lose all stored up punyam, all of your merits. They become zero. They become zero. They're taken down to zero. So giving up prayers for pleasure, the blessings that you already have, they're minus, they're taken away from you. Not me. The book is saying this. The book is saying this. This evening, what I'm saying to you has been prepared not only by me, but it has been prepared and supervised by other senior pundits. I'm just reading because I wanted to make sure I read the right thing and not get in any trouble. It goes to the part that talks about me that I really don't want to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. A person who imparts knowledge to an undeserving and unwilling being becomes a bull in his next life. Oh God. Narayan, Narayan. I'm already trying to lose weight in this life. Now to think that I'll be born as a bull in my next life. Hari Govinda, Hari Govinda. There are many of us who say, Baba, I never do that. If I started, I could stop. Tonight I want to tell you, you started breathing and one day you will stop. And the reality is anything that is started, it could stop. But as much as you could pray, prayer moves a mountain. And as much as you could pray, pray. Do not use it as an example or do not use it as an excuse not to pray. And do not make your children afraid and frightened and let them think that the dead will come and choke them more. None of those things happen. I say to members of the group and they laugh all the time when I say this. I mightn't know to do plenty things, but you see when I do your funeral, you're dead and you're dead. You're not coming back. You're dead and you're well dead. Tonight I want to tell you, let us pray for our Pitras. And by praying for them, our lives will become enriched. We too will start living happily. And just by having and seeking their blessings, then even the devatas, the gods, will be pleased with us. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai.